All right, morning everyone. So 3D printer project on the cards for today. I'm going to try and make it a short one. We'll see how we go. I'm going to clean this screen first on this camera. Yeah, I'll try and make it a short one. It shouldn't take too long. But my issue is at the moment, so just, here goes my sunnies. So my issue is at the moment, this screen, I did have I don't know where it is. I think it's inside. I had a 7-inch screen. I've gone to a 9.3-inch screen. It's an Android Auto. This doesn't have Android Auto, so it's the only way you can get Android Auto in here. I know there are ways of changing this screen. I think you keep the buttons, you change the screen, you get all your controls still working, and you get Android Auto, but it's near on $2,000, so that ain't going to happen. This is the most cost-effective way of getting Android Auto into a car that doesn't normally have it. I've just driven with this morning, first time, and it's in the way. You can kind of see that camera's kind of at my eye height and no good. So what I want to do is use the mount that it came with, and I want to put it here. So you can see now at my eye height, looking over the top of the screen, I can still see bonnet on the car, so it's not blocking my view at all. The only thing is, it came with that mount. It came with double-sided tape. I don't want to stick double-sided tape to my dash mat. I don't want to cut my dash mat to then fit this. You know what I mean? It's not going to happen. So I don't mind putting holes in the dash mat because it has a heap of holes here, like there already for the speaker. So to do another 10 holes through here or 7 holes or whatever I need to do, I can do, no problems, to put zip ties through. So I'm thinking that's what I'm going to do is zip tie that existing one through the dash mat. But I think what I want to do is actually 3D print. Oh, that's fairly flat through there. I didn't know that. Yeah. We might be able to find a piece of plastic that kind of just takes up a bit of room here, and is pretty heavy. It just needs some weight, because otherwise when you're driving, this thing's going to be bucking around if it's not planted to something heavy. Yeah, so if I didn't have the dash mat, I could glue it to that, but it's too far back then. This dash drops off, so what I mean is if I put it there, now it is in the way. Whereas if it comes down there, it's not in the way. It's more room. So yeah, ideally this would be really good to have kind of like, well, not really actually. No, that would look a bit funny sticking out like that. Without this mount though, but yeah, I think that's the best option. This is, you can angle this, you can do all sorts of stuff. You can lift it up and down. I think that's the best option. That's not in the way. It does look a bit funny, I know. I can't find one. Like a little 5-inch one would be perfect, and put it back in here and it's not in the way. But I can't find one. So I've thought like it's not going to work there. You're blocking all the controls, blocking the mirror. I was thinking about maybe putting it on here on the sun visor, but it's too close to your eyes, so it's not going to work. So yeah, I think for the sake of just putting a few holes in here, I think it's worth a shot. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. You won't even notice those holes really. But I think it will. I think it will work there. So yeah, let's get to finding or designing something that's gonna fit in this spot. It's got to go right at the end. Yeah, it's got to go right at the end, pretty much, just back from that sewn seam on the dash mat. So yeah, I don't know. Let's go and have a look in the shed and see what we got to play with. But yeah, I may have some aluminium left over, but I don't. Yeah, aluminium's not the heaviest either, so you kind of want something heavy, I think, just to give it a nice base and it won't shake around. So yeah, let's go and see what we got. I'll bring the dash mat with me and we'll go from there. All right, so I got a bit of a head start. I found a bit of metal. It's quite heavy for It's probably 3 mil, but it's heavy enough. I think it actually weighs more than the screen, so I think we'll be right there. So what I want to do is put that underneath. I've already put the holes in here. You can barely see them. I just burnt them in with a little screwdriver. So as long as they did go all the way through, yep. They're just like little screwdriver slits, and that's it. Okay, so what we want to do is probably make it so that the thick bit of the zip tie is at the back. It can't go underneath, otherwise it's not going to sit properly because it's too thick. So we'll put it through there, and then through the steel. I'll give you a view of when it's all done. It's just going to be like a bit tricky at the moment. As long as the zip tie is long enough, we should be right. Yeah, yep. Let's do that first before we put that on. So same story. We'll go through the back, through the steel, up through the hole like that. I think 2 zip ties are going to be enough, the way that this kind of mounts in like that. I think we should be fine. Yeah, they can stay like that. This is just going to be a tester to see if it works. It's all lined up nice there, nice and tight. That's about it. Yeah, it's pretty solid. So then this, well, let's clip them first. Probably not, actually, yeah, you're not going to see, the screen goes right flush with this. Hopefully you guys can see what's going on there. The screen goes very flush with the bottom, so I'll show you. So it clips on like that, you loosen it, and then you can drop it. It actually goes under that. But we do want a bit of a, we want an up tilt, which means we can actually go lower. And then lock it in like that. And there we go. We've got it sorted. So let's go and give that a shot in the car and just hope that this doesn't pull the dash mat forward and where it locks into certain places. I may have to put some double-sided tape maybe at the back on the speaker grill. We'll see how we go. What I might do is actually bring it. Actually, no, I won't do it yet. Let's go and see how it fits. Okay, I've ripped the temporary screen protector off. I think we're sorted. That works absolutely perfect. So my line of sight, you can still see bonnet over the top of it, so it's not blocking my view of the road at all now. Wire's already plugged in, hidden underneath. All I did was put a bit of anti-slip mat under there, and I don't think it's. Yeah, I mean, I'm known for some pretty high-speed corners, so we'll see if it stays there. Hopefully, it doesn't fall and scratch a screen, but we'll see. I'll be ready to catch it. I'm going to the park tomorrow morning, so that'll be the first test for it. It is kind of, it's in a good spot, but it's not facing me, but it's facing. Let's have a shot. So my phone's here, no connection. Let's see how she works. I'm going to have to close this door too, otherwise we're going to hear that. I'll put a link for this thing. Yeah, no, it's not good. Oh, actually, I think it does turn. There we go. So you can turn it a little bit if you want to turn it. It turns on the bracket, not. It turns on the. Actually, I will keep that on. Oh, geez, I haven't heard that song for. Haven't heard that song for a long time. So you can turn it. It'll turn on its own bracket, not on the bracket I made. So you've got a couple of degrees either way, but yeah, I think it's okay. Just a little bit of a tilt to me, and that's it. It's not really that noticeable. So you can see there, I've just turned the car on, just accessories. It's hooked up to there. So if you want to play, I use Spotify for podcasts and I use YouTube Music for music. Let's go, just a quickie. Who's that? Doesn't matter. So we're on radio at the moment. Go to Bluetooth on my car. Go to Bluetooth. Probably shouldn't play that music. Anyway, I'll leave it on low. You can see here, I think it's this button here on my steering wheel. Next song. And boom, changes next song. Next song. Next song. Volume works. Yeah, so it's a funny way of doing it, but it's my phone connected to my car, but it's going through the screen so you can see what's going on. And then if you give it a tap, if you go, I'm still not, I think you got to hit, there we go. So if you want your screen there, and then if you want, you can, you hit Waze, that's right, and it goes full screen. You hit your music comes up, you hit this button, it goes 50-50. I think you can actually even go, double tap, and then it brings that up. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Not much more to say, really. The only things I use is Waze, YouTube Music, make a phone call maybe. Apparently it's got pretty decent voice recognition. So it's pretty good. And then you hit this is like a floating button. You can bring this button. So my other one was very similar to this. I normally just keep it under the time there, and that's how you can change your brightness. This has auto brightness as well, but you can, like if at night time it's way too bright. That was volume. So this has a speaker in it. We'll go back to that main. Actually, we can do that now. So you hit home. You've got your brightness and all that kind of gear there if you want to change it. Otherwise, audio, they're your options for audio out. So you can FM transmit to it. So I think, so you tune your radio to 100.5, and then boom, you just tune your radio here. I've got Bluetooth, so I'm going to use Bluetooth. It's a better quality. So I'll just use Bluetooth audio. Hopefully that comes back to life. There we go. Home. But yeah, you can have this has a speaker in it. It's not very good. Or you can go aux out. I've got an aux plug under my center console here. I can plug it in and do that. But Bluetooth seems to work perfectly fine. So no problems there. Apparently it's got an SD card. You can connect cameras to this to have dash cams. I didn't buy the version. It was a little bit more expensive, but you get a camera. Some of them have cameras built in. This doesn't. Not necessary. I've got a dash cam. But yeah, these are all the things that you can change with it if you can read it. Reverse guideline. So if you have a backup camera, obviously I'll turn all that off. My backup camera comes on this screen, not on this screen. So perfectly fine. But they're all the things you can change on it. It's really good. Display, you can change all your contrast, brightness. Sound, I suppose that's from the speaker at the back. It's such a poor quality speaker, that's not going to make a difference. You can change your wallpapers, change your screensavers. I've got it off anyway. Language, clock, and version. And yeah, I mean, it's pretty basic, but it works really well. And it's fast too. Like the touchscreen is really good. It's works perfectly fine. I'll put a link in. So you can access your phone too. So like whatever apps are Android, Apple compatible show up here. My old one never did music. So I used to have a USB stick in here with certain songs on it, but it's not. You don't always feel like listening to the same thing all the time. So yeah, this is going to work really good. So yeah, you just use your main, if navigation's your main thing, or you or YouTube, or you can just drag it over. It's good having the extra wide screen because then you can have both on there. So my old screen, the max screen size would have been that, but now I'm getting this. If you want to know what you're listening to, but if you don't, you just hit Waze and boom, you got full screen. So that works really well. So yeah, but yeah, we'll see if this holds in acceleration tests. The old 3 litre goes pretty good, so it's going to have to overcome the acceleration, that little bit of thing there. We should be right. I think it'll be okay. Making that heavier is probably not going to fix the problem. I think the only next thing I can do is get this to actually fix to something with some double-sided tape. All right, so let's leave it at that. I'll give it a try tomorrow morning. See if it falls off, and I'll get back to you. We'll keep this video going. Like I said, I was going to use a 3D printer, but it turned out you really didn't need to. The steel's a better option because it's heavier. It can plant it a little bit easier. Plus, because it's heavier, it bites into that non-slip matting a bit better. So yeah, we'll give that a shot. Otherwise, we'll have to come up with some kind of clip system that clips the dash mat into the vent at the back there, which we will then use probably 3D printing for. Shouldn't be an issue. If it's going to go anywhere, it's just going to fall forward on acceleration. But like me moving it, I don't think it will. I think we'll be fine. So yeah, see how we go. Try it out tomorrow. See how we go. It's about time to start charging some batteries actually for tomorrow for the planes, and get them sorted in the back there. So yeah, I'll start doing that. And I'll get back to you tomorrow afternoon when I get back from the park, and I'll let you know how it went, and I'll make a note to do some acceleration, and if it falls off, it falls off. We're going to have to try and fix something else with it, but if not, leave it as is. I think that's a good little setup. It's not in the way. Plenty of screen real estate to do what you need to do on it, and yeah, I think that'll be good. So yeah, I'll let you know tomorrow. So.